In this video, we will talk about how wearable devices can be used for the detection and management of anxiety. Let's first have a look at why we need wearable devices for anxiety in real scenario. One day, John was hard at work in his office when he suddenly started to feel a wave of anxiety. His breathing grew shallow, and a sense of stress began to weigh on him, all due to the looming deadlines and tasks that lay ahead. He thought about booking an appointment with his doctor, but then decided to tackle it on his own, believing he could handle the pressure. As the day went on, his anxiety intensified. The pain and nervousness started to interfere with his ability to work, and he eventually booked an appointment with his doctor. When speaking with the doctor, John felt ashamed of his anxiety and chose to hide many of his symptoms. The doctor, unaware of the full extent of Hsieh's condition, could only offer advice based on the limited information provided. After returning home, John's condition didn't improve and began to significantly impact his daily life. Let's look at some statistics of anxiety and the diagnosis process in a traditional setting. Anxiety has been the most prevalent mental disorder for years, affecting people's life, especially in developed countries and among youngsters. Almost half of the young people reported anxiety symptoms last year, and nearly 4 out of 10 people sought anxiety treatment. Many take anxiety lightly, not seeking help from professionals, which in turn making the symptoms more severe. In a traditional setting, one discovers him or herself showing anxiety symptoms and seek help from psychologists or psychiatrists. During an 1-hour consultation, patient would give the statements and situations in daily life, but they are often subjective. Questionnaires are also given to the patient for diagnosis reference. However, given the subjectivity and limited time for diagnosis, patient might have the wrong treatment and medication dosage. Let's see why using wearable devices and how they can help us detect and monitor anxiety. Monitoring anxiety using wearable devices brings several advantages. First, they fill the gap for traditional methods for detecting anxiety, which is mostly through self-discovery and self-report. Secondly, they have the potentials for monitoring the physical health like heart rate, sleep quality using the built-in sensors. Lastly, the sensors and the portability nature of the wearable devices enable continuous anxiety detecting and monitoring. Wearable devices are electronic technology or devices incorporated into items that can be comfortably worn on a body. They could be a wristband, a watch, a ring, a pair of glasses, even a shirt. Typically, these wearable devices are equipped with multiple sensors. They are mainly used for tracking information on real-time basis. This diagram explains how wearable devices work. Usually, wearable devices are paired with a host device, most commonly with a smartphone. Wearable devices continuously collect data from the user, then transfer them to the host device for storage and further processing with Bluetooth connection. The host devices can either process the data locally or upload to cloud for backup storage or to gain access to stronger computational power for analysis, such as using artificial intelligence technology for prediction. In the cases when host devices are not available, some wearables can also communicate with cloud server directly through Wi-Fi or cellular data. Users can view the summary or processed results of collected data on the host devices. With some wearables like a smartwatch that has its own interface, users can also view the data or responses to the data on the wearable device. So how wearables can help with the detection and monitoring of anxiety? Firstly, wearable devices continuously collect important biomarkers like heart rate variability, which has been proved highly associated with anxiety symptoms on real-time basis. This enables the devices to capture any signs of anxiety anytime and anywhere as long as the user is wearing it. Secondly, based on the unique data collected from the users, personalized intervention would be feasible. For instance, if the data indicates that the user's anxiety symptoms mainly appear at certain time of the day, wearable devices can notify users and prompt them to engage in relaxing activities. Lastly, wearable devices usually have not only biosensors but also other sensors like accelerometer and GPS. These can provide rich context such as what locations the user is at when anxiety symptoms appear, whether the user is in motion, and etc. These information can help more precise detection. For a health practitioner, these can assist in diagnosis, and for a patient, These would enable them to better understand own condition. Wearable devices like smartwatches that have an interface can not only collect data but also allow more functionalities tailored for managing anxiety, like a real-time condition check, medicine reminder, and emergency alert. More commonly, users check the summary of the collected data on their host devices like a smartphone. Diagrams can be generated based on historical data so the user can have a comprehensive view of their condition, better understand their symptoms. Let's see what would it be if John used a wearable for anxiety detection. So, let's back to John's story. If with this wearable device, how would John's situation change? When John starts feeling unwell, this device becomes his personal health assistant. It meticulously tracks his physical symptoms with precise data and offers tailored suggestions based on his specific condition. Additionally, it records his actions, providing a comprehensive overview that helps him understand and manage his health more effectively. And if John's condition worsens, this device goes a step further. It can measure his breathing, heart rate, and other vital signs. If it detects severe anxiety, it will alert him with a red warning and activate anxiety mode. In this mode, the device not only guides John through steps to seek medical attention but also visualizes his health data. With a simple click, he can call emergency services directly. Let's see what the benefits are when the wearable devices are integrated with the Medicare system. Similar to the workflow we've seen before. The user wears the wearable device and the biometric data is collected. The data is then sent to the cloud for data processing and analysis. Having the components such as machine learning model, data storage and API, the cloud can serve the predictions and the processed data to the existing Medicare software system. This allows the doctors to easily see the historical data of the patient without having an entirely new software to adapt to. The collected anxiety results of the patient have been sent to the doctors. In the user interface, it shows historical anxiety data of the patient and the curves of some biometrics. Regions with high values are highlighted for better usability. From their end, psychologists and psychiatrists can perform diagnosis based on these unbiased results to give the most accurate diagnosis and treatment to the patient. Let's go back to John. When the doctor receives appointment bookings from John, they can access and analyze the data provided by the wearable devices on their computer. During the face-to-face consultation, the patient shares their experiences candidly. With the objective data from the device in hand, the doctor can offer a more accurate and tailored treatment plan. The device tracks John's anxiety levels and sends timely reminders to take his medication or follow other helpful suggestions, essentially acting as a personal anxiety tutor that monitors his health from multiple angles. As a result, John can return to his normal life, feeling more at ease, although he won't forget the value of these little devices. Thank you for watching.